right. So you've seen already the lesson about kind of like the lecture part or the notes part of vectors and component form. I thought I would just give you a couple of example problems out of the WAMAP assignment, just so you can see what the usability is like. Um, so it starts off with the instructions. I already skipped past this, but we'll go ahead and back up. So vector notation uses pointing brackets. We talked about that before. And then our formula for the head minus tail, if you have coordinates of an initial point and a terminal point, and you want to subtract to find the component form, there's our formula. Click that arrow to go forward. Here's question number 1. If I hit the drop down, I've got all of the questions here. I could jump around if I want. It's going to show me all of the scores. I currently have 0 because I haven't done any of them. If I want to reattempt, I can hit reattempt or try a new version. Is this other one. Okay, so graph the following vector. It's got component form 1, -6. So that does not mean I have to go on the graph to 1, -6 and put a dot there, right? It just means I'm going to draw a vector that goes 1 space in the positive horizontal direction and -6 spaces in the vertical direction. I can start it and end it wherever I want, as long as, I'm going to click right there, as long as I go over 1 space and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the graph is going to snap to, it looks like every half space on the graph. So we want to make sure that you get your dots actually onto the correct spot on the graph paper. Otherwise, you could be off by like half a coordinate, and that would not be correct. So once you get it drawn, your vector drawn on here where you want it, and it is drawn correctly, then you can hit submit. If you were to get it wrong, you could hit try a similar question. I didn't get it wrong. I don't know why. I just tried another similar question. So 3, -1. I clicked there, and then it'll just, the vector will follow my mouse around. So blam. Okay, so if I draw it wrong, like, man, I clicked in the wrong place. So I've gone over 3 and down 2. It clear. That'll clear that out, and then I can go back and draw, 3, -1. Yeah. Okay, submit. It's going to keep your highest score, so I just got that one right twice. If I'd gotten it wrong, it doesn't deduct points after you've already got it right. You can't get a lower score. All right, so question 2, more of the same thing. I'm just going to skip through these so find something different. Graphs and vectors. Hey, here's a picture already drawn. What is the component form? So it's going to count spaces. It goes 1, 2, 3 over and 1, 2 down. So I got to click to use, sorry, I got to remember to type my pointy brackets there over the comma and the period on your keyboard. Just hold shift. And then going over 3, comma, down 2, other pointy bracket, submit. All right. So there's another one of those, another one of those. So here's one that I have coordinates. I've got I'm asked to find the component form of a vector. The initial point is -9, 7, and the terminal point 0, 10. Okay, so I know I need pointy brackets in here. If I can do some mental math, start at the terminal point, which is 0, subtract the initial point. So it's going to be 0 minus -9. And so subtracting negatives like adding, so it's going to be +9, comma, and then let's see if we can do more mental math. So I got 10 minus 7. Well, that's 3. Okay. You obviously could write that down if you want. And now that I have given the component form, now it's going to ask me to graph that same vector starting at point A and ending at point B, graph the vector from A to B. So now I do need to pay attention to location because it has given me the coordinates of the initial point and the terminal point. Right? So I have to use those coordinates. If it only gave me the component form, I could put it wherever I want, but that's not the case now. So start at -9, 7, whoops, went past it, dot. And then the cursor just follows my mouse around. You can hold down the mouse button if you want. I find that to be more cumbersome, but whatever works for you. And then I'm going to go to 0, 10. Click. Okay. And so there's, mental double check from this dot to that dot. Did I go over by 9 spaces? Yes. Did I go up 3? Yes. That's what I said as my components. So that should match. All right. Submit. And great. I'm done with that question. I got, there were 2 parts. It tells me right here, I've now done part 2 out of 2 parts. So I think that is probably Um, Good to get you started. And if you have any questions, obviously let me know.